What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on this victory that the Indiana Fever just got over the Las Vegas Aces. Now, I said before, like going into this game, that Kelsey Mitchell was going to have to play out of her mind, right? And she did. I think she had like 34 points. Also, I said that what's the other girl? Aaliyah Boston was going to have to kind of cancel out Asia Wilson, which I think that she did. I thought they played almost to like a standstill with each other, and so that's one thing that I think that the Aces cannot afford for Asia Wilson not to have her, like her usual type of games. They need her to. This is like, and I know she know that. Like she's a 4-time MVP, 2-time champion. So I'm expecting that Asia Wilson won't have a second game like she did in game number one, right? And so, but I still think the opportunities for Kelsey Mitchell to shine will be there as long as the Indiana Fever don't allow this Aces team to slow them down. They have to run. They got to get out and run and push the pace. Like the Aces, number one, they built for the half court. They're a really good half court team because they have really good outside shooting, and they have Asia Wilson in that post drawing a double team. So Asia Wilson, if you double team, Asia can hit that open person so they can knock down that jumper. So that's where their strength is. The Aces' strength is in the half court game. The Fever's strength is in the running game. Like if they get up and down that court, they have some older players on the Aces team who don't want to run with Kelsey Mitchell. And so that's why I think like players like Kelsey Mitchell, anytime they get the opportunity to run, they really need to take advantage of that because that's where their strength is. So Kelsey Mitchell, she played a really good game in my opinion. So I want to see like game number two, can she maintain that? Because this is the type of performance that they're going to need from Kelsey Mitchell. She need three more performances like this in order for them to get past. What is this going? No, this going 5 game. So it's the best 3 out of 5. So she need two more performances like this in order for them to advance. If she can play like this and help them to, two more games, I think they'll be able to win it. This will be a surprise too to me because I just thought because of the Aces had won like 17 out of the last 18 games. But they can lose. They human. They lost one to Seattle. So really they've won 17 out of the last 19 games. Right. But I'm looking forward to game two to see what Kelsey Mitchell can do and to see like the back and forth battle between the coaches. You got Stephanie White and Becky Hammond. Like what adjustments can Becky Hammond to make sure that Asia Wilson gets off? Then she need to make some defensive adjustments and make sure that Kelsey Mitchell don't get off. Because now I'm thinking if Kelsey Mitchell don't get off, I don't know if anybody else on that team can really carry the Fever. That's why that's why even before game one, I said that it's going to come down to how Kelsey Mitchell plays. I thought that Asia could sometimes, kind of offset. I mean, Aaliyah can sometimes offset what Asia bring to the table, or at least slow her down. She can't, I don't think she's going to be able to stop her. Now, somebody even said, like one person in my on my channel said that they thought that Asia Wilson always get the calls, right? And I think a lot of times Asia Wilson get calls because she initiate the contact. She plays physical, right? But she's going up against somebody else who also Aaliyah Boston, who number one plays, she's physical and can play through the contact. And she's a very, I think Aaliyah Boston don't get really enough credit for how smart she is. She's smart and she's used to playing against Asia. You know, she played against a few times, so she knows she's familiar with Asia and she knows how to play her and she plays her intelligently. So that's going to be something to look for, to look to. Then Stephanie White, she has to be able to find ways to keep to make to keep the girl Kelsey Mitchell involved in that offense. Make sure that she's a big part of that offense. They're going to need a heavy dose of Kelsey Mitchell. So it's going to be Stephanie White's job to make sure that whatever they throw at her, she's going to have to be able to help her counter that. You know, whatever they throw at her, if they try to deny her the ball, run her off a bunch of picks, if they try to get physical, she's going to have to be in the ref's ear so that it don't go down like that. So, like I said, this is going to be a chess match for the coaches, and it's going to be a chess match for the players too. But I look for this game to go back and forth. I even said I'm looking for this game to go the whole 5. And if it go 5, I think that experience and that toughness for the Aces is going to. I think that'll play into it. But then you got to think the Aces have an older team, and they, especially Gray. I forgot Gray's first name, but and sometimes she looked like she's a step behind. So if it go 5, man, I hope it do go 5. It's looking like it, because I don't think either one of these teams. I don't think the Aces are going to get swept. But yeah, I do hope it go 5 because that'd be a good look for the WNBA. I think this series right here both series. When you got the Lynx and the Mercury, I think that's gonna be a good series because those are two. The Mercury are very physical, and I think they're gonna push the Lynx. Yeah, they really going to push the Lynx and make the Lynx. They're going to give the Lynx everything they want. Now, as a matter of fact, I thought the Mercury up until midway through that fourth quarter, I thought the Mercury was doing pretty good. Till the fourth quarter started. Let's say the start of the fourth quarter, I thought the Mercury was doing pretty good against the Lynx. And then the young lady with the short hair, the guard with the short purple hair, she just took over and got hot. But I don't look for her to be able to do that 2 games in a row because I think they can kind of nullify her because they have bigger and more athletic players that can really make her work. But she did. She got off in that fourth quarter, and the Mercury couldn't counter that. Right. I don't think that Nafisa Collier played. She at times Nafisa Collier, as a matter of fact, she looked like she was a little bit tired. So I was kind of I was kind of really concerned about that. Nafisa Collier looked a little bit like she was tired. So I don't know. I think that series right there is going to go 5 also because Alyssa Thomas and Aaliyah Copper and who else they got? That Mercury team is just tough. They tough, and I can't see them, you know, definitely not getting swept. I don't see them getting swept. So we got 2 really good series right here going on. I'm looking forward to game 2 of both of these series. I think, and this is my prediction. I think the Aces will win game 2 against the Fever, and I think the Mercury will come back and win game 2 against the Lynx. And I think that's how it's going to go down. And then after game 2, I'm not sure like which one of these teams are going to win game 3, but I think after game 2, both series will be tied at 1 apiece. That's what I'm thinking. So let's see if I'm correct. That's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.